Welcome back. Today we're diving into the retail apocalypse sweeping the US in 2025. 10 major retail chains are shutting down hundreds of stores. Some of your favorites might be on the list. This isn't just a few closures, it's a seismic shift affecting jobs, local economies, and your shopping habits. Stick around for the full list, especially the last one, which will surprise almost everyone. Ready? Let's jump into the first retail giant facing massive downsizing. Number 10 is Walgreens, a name that's been synonymous with American pharmacies for generations. The pharmacy giant you see on almost every corner has been a staple for millions, offering everything from prescriptions to snacks and household essentials. But now, Walgreens is closing hundreds of stores nationwide. This isn't just about increased competition, it's about the company's fight for survival in a rapidly changing world. Online pharmacies like Amazon are making it easier, faster, and often cheaper to get prescriptions delivered right to your door, cutting into Walgreens' traditional customer base. Walgreens expanded aggressively for years, opening stores in close proximity. Now, many of these locations are cannibalizing each other's sales, making it unsustainable to keep them all open. To adapt, the company is shutting down underperforming stores, hoping to focus resources on profitable locations and invest more in their online and healthcare services, like telehealth and digital prescription management. Unfortunately, this means job losses for employees and empty storefronts in many neighborhoods, leaving some communities without easy access to pharmacy services. Even a century-old brand with deep roots in American culture isn't safe from the digital revolution that's transforming how we shop and get healthcare. So next time you pass your local Walgreens, take a closer look. It might be on the closure list, or it could be one of the lucky ones that survives this wave of change. This is all part of a much bigger trend. Retail is evolving at lightning speed, and only the most adaptable companies will survive the shake-up. Walgreens is making tough, sometimes painful choices to stay relevant in a world where convenience and technology rule. The retail landscape is shifting beneath our feet, and even the biggest names are feeling the pressure to innovate or risk fading away. It's a wake-up call for the entire industry. No one is immune to the forces of change, not even the giants. So who's next on the chopping block? The list of struggling retailers keeps growing, and the future is uncertain for many. The so-called retail apocalypse is just getting started, and the next few years will decide which brands survive and which ones disappear for good. Number 9 on our list is CVS, the largest competitor to Walgreens and a household name in American retail pharmacy. In recent years, CVS has announced plans to close hundreds of its stores across the country, a move that's sending shockwaves through communities that have relied on these locations for decades. But this isn't just about shutting doors. CVS is in the midst of a major transformation, converting many of its traditional stores into health hubs, modern community health centers that offer a wide range of wellness services, urgent care, and chronic disease management, not just prescription refills. To fund this ambitious shift, CVS is strategically closing underperforming and less profitable locations, freeing up resources to invest in these new healthcare-focused hubs. It's a high-stakes gamble. By reducing their physical footprint, CVS is betting that a smaller number of innovative, service-rich stores will outperform a larger network of traditional pharmacies. Of course, this strategy isn't without consequences. Communities losing their local CVS may face challenges accessing medications and health services, especially in underserved areas. Still, the company believes this short-term pain will lead to better long-term outcomes for both customers and the business. CVS is betting big that today's customers want more than just a place to pick up prescriptions. They want a one-stop healthcare destination where they can get screenings, vaccinations, and even see a nurse practitioner. The decision to close so many stores is disruptive, and it's a risk, but CVS leadership sees it as necessary for the company's survival in a rapidly evolving healthcare landscape. The CVS of the future will look dramatically different from the stores we know today, more high-tech, more service-oriented, and more focused on holistic health. This is a bold, forward-thinking move designed to keep CVS ahead of the curve, as the retail and healthcare industries continue to merge and change at lightning speed. With hundreds of closures on the horizon, CVS is making a clear statement: adapt or risk being left behind. The traditional retail pharmacy model is being rewritten before our eyes as CVS leads the charge into a new era of healthcare delivery. The retail landscape is changing fast. Let's see which retailer will be the next to face the storm. Number 8 is Rite Aid, a company now fighting for its very survival in a rapidly changing retail landscape. Once a familiar sight in neighborhoods across America, Rite Aid is now facing one of the toughest chapters in its history. After filing for bankruptcy, Rite Aid has been forced to shutter hundreds of stores nationwide, desperately trying to stay afloat. These closures are not just numbers. They represent lost jobs, empty storefronts, and communities left without a vital resource. Years of mounting debt, relentless competition from giants like CVS and Walgreens, and a series of costly legal battles have pushed the company to the very edge. The pressure has been relentless, leaving employees and customers in limbo. In many small towns, losing Rite Aid means losing the only pharmacy for miles around. This creates so-called pharmacy deserts, where residents, especially the elderly and those with chronic conditions, struggles to access essential medications and healthcare services. The company's leadership hopes that by closing underperforming locations and restructuring, Rite Aid can emerge as a smaller, more stable business. But with shrinking market share and wavering consumer confidence, the future remains deeply uncertain. This is a cautionary tale of what happens when a retailer fails to adapt quickly enough to changing consumer habits, technological advances, and fierce competition. Employees and entire communities are left scrambling for alternatives, searching for new jobs and new places to fill their prescriptions, often with great difficulty. Rite Aid's ongoing struggle serves as a stark warning for the rest of the retail pharmacy industry. Adapt or risk being left behind. The so-called retail apocalypse is claiming yet another victim, and the ripple effects are being felt far beyond just one company's bottom line. Number 7 is Macy's, the iconic department store. Macy's is closing 150 underperforming stores as part of a major overhaul. The shift to online shopping and declining mall traffic have hit them hard. Macy's is focusing on profitable locations and expanding luxury brands like Bloomingdale's. The goal, a smaller, more premium footprint with most sales moving online. This marks the end of the traditional department store era. For many, Macy's closures mean losing a piece of American retail history. Thousands of jobs and struggling malls will feel the impact. Macy's is betting shoppers will follow them online. The retail landscape is changing fast. Macy's is racing to keep up. Number 6 is Bed Bath & Beyond, which collapsed completely this year. Years of debt, poor strategy, and online competition led to bankruptcy and total liquidation. Their famous blue coupons and massive stores are now history. Liquidation sales marked the end, leaving empty shelves and lost jobs nationwide. Overstock.com bought the brand and relaunched it online. No more physical stores. Bed Bath & Beyond lives on digitally, but the brick-and-mortar giant is gone. It's a textbook case of failing to adapt to e-commerce. The retail apocalypse claimed another household name. Let's see who's next to fall. Number 5 is Sears, once America's retail titan. After years of decline and bankruptcy, only a handful of Sears stores remain. Poor investment, outdated stores, and missing the e-commerce wave sealed their fate. Sears was more than a store, it was an American institution. Now its disappearance is a warning to all retailers. Innovate or die. The last Sears stores may close for good in 2025. The website lingers, but the physical brand is nearly extinct. Sears' fall is a lesson for the entire industry. Number 4 is JCPenney, another department store fighting for survival. After bankruptcy and a buyout, JCPenney is still closing stores to cut costs. Declining mall traffic and online competition have forced a major restructuring. The company is focusing on core strengths like affordable apparel and its Sephora partnership. Store closures will continue as they optimize their footprint. JCPenney's survival is crucial for many malls, serving as an anchor tenant. Every closure hurts the mall ecosystem and local jobs. The company hopes to modernize remaining stores and attract younger shoppers. The next year is critical for JCPenney's future. The fight to stay relevant is far from over. Number 3 is Best Buy. once seen as an Amazon-proof retailer. They're closing 20-30 big box stores a year as more customers buy electronics online. Best Buy is shifting to smaller stores and investing in digital experiences. Their new model blends physical showrooms with online sales and services. Membership programs like Totaltech are key to their future. Best Buy isn't collapsing, but the era of giant blue stores everywhere is ending. The digital pivot is reshaping how we buy tech. Number 2 is Foot Locker, a mall staple for sneakerheads. They're closing over 400 mall-based stores by 2026, escaping dying malls. The new strategy: larger experiential stores in premium locations and more street-facing shops. Foot Locker is diversifying its brand lineup beyond Nike, adapting to changing sneaker culture. The closures mark a major shift away from traditional malls. Sneaker fans will need to look elsewhere for the latest drops. Foot Locker is betting on modern stores and a stronger online presence. The move is bold but necessary to stay relevant. The mall era is ending for Foot Locker. The sneaker retail game is changing fast. Number 1 is The Children's Place, a surprise for many parents. They're closing hundreds of stores and shifting almost entirely to online sales. The mall model is out, digital is in. Remaining stores will serve as showrooms or pickup points. The company is betting parents will embrace online shopping for kids' clothes. It's a huge change for back-to-school shopping traditions. The Children's Place is going all in on e-commerce to survive. That's the list. 10 retail giants closing hundreds of stores in 2025. The way we shop is changing fast and no brand is safe. Which closure surprised you most? How will it affect your community? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video eye-opening, hit like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. See you next time.